Hey everybody, welcome to SkyLounge here to review some Arsenal action as we draw 1-1 against Brighton and Hove Albion. Why do I look so displeased? Well, if I'm gonna be real honest, Arsenal played about 10 minutes in this match and did not bother to show up the rest of the 75 minutes. Alright, if we're gonna keep it real simple today, Arsenal just did not flat out play. They looked pathetic and they looked complacent. They looked cocky by all measures. And when you had opportune moments in the first half to close out this match pretty much, to really make a indent in the Premier League and say, hey, we're still in it. We can still do this. Nope, you don't take any of the fucking opportunities and you let Brighton and Hove Albion just gain momentum and never, and here's a kudos to Brighton and Hove Albion, that squad, that manager, for keeping Arsenal afoot and getting that equalizer by Locadia. And I'm pretty Locadia. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong, but listen. For Brighton and Hove Albion, if I was a Brighton and Hove Albion supporter, I'd be fucking livid because the referee screwed you. The players for Brighton and Hove Albion outplayed Arsenal. Those full at least 75 minutes. I would say at least 75 minutes. Brighton and Hove Albion completely outplayed Arsenal. Absolutely. I'm not crazy. And this is a bigger statement about Arsenal than Brighton and Hove Albion. We know what kind of threat Brighton and Hove Albion is. We know that they can upset some really high-tier teams. We saw what they did to Manchester City. We've seen what they do low-key to big teams. But this is more about Arsenal's ineptitude on defense. This is more about Arsenal's just frustrating nature on offense. And every fucking time, I just want Arsenal to play their fucking game. They hold back. They fucking hold back. And seriously, after 15 minutes, after what was a brilliant goal by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, which was set up brilliantly by Alexander Lacazette, which was also created magnificently by Mesut Ozil, we go up 1-0. We fucking concede a goal because for whatever fucking reason, Granit Xhaka has to play makeshift center back because God fucking forbid we have any goddamn consistency in the midfield. One day, we're looking like the fucking Invincibles. The next day, we're looking like the fucking Invisibles. So, you fucking tell me if there's a fucking problem. It's like a Dr. Jekyll and Hyde shit. And the way that goal was conceded, that equalizer, oh boy, it didn't, okay. I'm going to try to calm down here. Because what you were looking at on the pitch was horrendous. They turn over the ball lobs way the fuck over, down the midfield, down to Arsenal's third, and Granit Xhaka can't fucking keep up with Locadia. And Bernlino, who, I swear to God, he's had some fucking dumb moments. He fucking runs out the box, tries to fucking get the goddamn ball like an NFL player, and fucks up. He fucked up, right? He fucked up, and Locadia gets a goal. Like, how the fuck? Like, every fucking time, I think Arsenal has some sort of momentum going for us, some semblance of progression. We revert back to our original days. We revert back to stereotypes. We can't defend. We can't fucking finish at the crucial moments. I feel like there were at least one or two great chances later in the second half. But again, Arsenal couldn't capitalize. I think, yes, Unai Emery will make substitutions after the first half. We have known this. We have seen this. This has been the standard right now. But honestly, there are moments where you have to think, you don't really need to sub out these guys. Some of these guys, Mesut Ozil. Perfect example is Mesut Ozil. He got subbed out in the first half. Maybe it's an injury. Maybe he tweaked something. I don't fucking know. But my whole thing is, why the fuck would you leave out Mesut Ozil when clearly, in my opinion, Granit Xhaka was having a terrible fucking game? He was not having a great game at all. Yeah, he takes the corners. Yeah, he does all these things. But there are moments when Unai Emery or even the Arsenal back four does not help out Xhaka and he looks terrible. Okay? And maybe, just maybe, You sub out Koscielny earlier, okay? Or maybe just don't even start him. Like, I shit on Xhaka, but the bigger problem, in my opinion, is Laurent Koscielny. How the fuck does one of the best center backs, like, he was a best center back, one of the top center backs in the Premier League for a couple of years, and a couple of injuries later, he is as slow, as ineffective, and as inefficient as Per Mertesacker on a bad day. On a bad day! And this has been his most consistent form as of late. Laurent Koscielny has been so frustrating to watch, and you begin to wonder, was Rob Holding really holding, yeah, fucking pun, was he really the glue to this defense? Was he really? And I believe so, yes. You can also see that we were missing Hector Bellerin. You know, Kolasinac is trying to do work, but you do need, I believe, the Kolasinac and Bellerin tandem. So Kratis, I think, is doing a fine job. You know, relatively speaking, he's doing a fine job. He's doing all right. But we need that second pairing. I know Mustafi was all right, but he's a chameleon. You know, if he plays a back three, the other two are good, he's solid. You know, if the team is having a really kind of off day, he's going to have an off day. That's what Mustafi is. And honestly, Rob Holding was the most consistent thing we had. And now the whole curious part is there's two things that concern me now. A, we have the fixture coming up against Liverpool this Saturday, which is going to be very difficult at Anfield. We have 2 away fixtures within the span of 5 days. And what my ultimate concern is, our defensive issues are not going to be addressed, despite the fact that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is still the highest goal scorer in the Premier League as of right now. On Boxing Day, December 26, 2018, we will not be able to outscore other opponents. And we have to address this in the January transfer window. I personally believe, we need to go out there and find a really solid center back who has experience, who can bring about that kind of veteran presence and leadership in that back three, back four, whatever the fuck you want to play. And to be honest, you know, I know he could play a different position, but I would try to get Barzagli. If he still plays for Juventus, I haven't really kept up with other European clubs, but I love Barzagli. I think he would be a fantastic addition. Or if you can go younger, that'd be also awesome. Or, better yet, recall Callum Chambers from his loan. Recall Callum Chambers. There's a lot of youngsters that Arsenal has. I think they deserve a chance. I absolutely think they deserve a chance. You got Iwobi, who's playing all right, but you also have Mkhitaryan, who's kind of an iffy, you know, question mark. You also got Aaron Ramsey, whose contract is going to run out at the end of the season. Most likely, he will be going to some big club. I would imagine Bayern or Barcelona, which is going to be heartbreaking, but that's the reality. And I would just recall Reiss Nelson. I would have Reiss Nelson just come over, because he is lighting up the Bundesliga. And yes, the concern is he's going to be a third-string player, yada, yada, yada. We're going to have so many fixtures upcoming in January and February, just the Premier League alone. And then for us, you have the Europa League round of 32. The FA Cup is obviously going to think. Unfortunately, we got bounced out of the Carabao Cup by Tottenham, so we won't have that. But again, we have a lot of fixtures in England where the boys can't play, youngsters can't get experience, and I am sincerely hoping that Arsenal figures this shit out. This is getting tiresome, right? We had the opportunity to go ahead into 4th place, a few points behind the top spot in Liverpool, because City has been dropping points like flies. But unfortunately, Arsenal was not able to do their job today. They looked awful. I honestly thought Arsenal looked awful on all fronts. And that's really it. I mean, you had Guendouzi, Torreira, all the same names, but none of the product was shown on the pitch, and it's unfortunate. But we got to move on. We got Liverpool on Saturday. Get your shit together, Arsenal. Let me know what you guys think. Follow me at the Sky Lounge on all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents.